December 1st edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I am meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Had a rough night last night. A lot of severe weather across the region, numerous severe thunderstorm warnings, even a few tornado warnings issued. But we're in the wake of that system now today, and the weather pretty quiet now for the next several days. Let me show you how it looks in terms of the infrared satellite imagery overlaid with the surface features here. And there goes, this is the analysis that was valid this morning during the pre-dawn hours, really, as that little low pressure and the cold front was passing through our area. Did produce a pretty good amount of severe weather and some wind damage reports. All the blue dots represent a wind damage report, and there was a decent little clustering of them, anywhere from Alabama and down in Louisiana up through Georgia, parts of South Carolina, and into central North Carolina and central Virginia. And at the time I'm cutting this video, still some active warnings in place from northern North Carolina up into Virginia and getting close to Washington, D.C. So probably some more storm reports yet to come after the point I'm cutting this video. All right, there's the radar imagery, that frontal system and the rain associated with it beginning to pull on out and exit. Colder air in its wake moving in. So temperatures not going to move a tremendous amount around much of the Piedmont today. In fact, maybe even some falling temperatures later this afternoon as this next blast of colder air moves in. Big negative tilt trough swinging through, and that's what promoted the severe weather threat last night. And now it's going to pull in some colder air, and that trough isn't going anywhere anytime soon. It stays in place right on into Friday and into the upcoming weekend as well. And some question marks still with next week. I'll get into that in just a second. Let's go take it here day by day. This is the 0Z run of the GFS. Kind of a breezy day today as that colder air mass arrives. Most Piedmont highs kind of hover around the low 50s for a good chunk of the day, and then we're well down into the 20s tonight. Probably only a mid to upper 40s for highs tomorrow. Maybe back up into the low 50s on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, now there will be a clipper move through. That's Saturday on the GFS. There is Sunday on the GFS. GFS doesn't really print out any precip outside of the mountains. The European and the Canadian do. So again this morning I've left precipitation out of my formal forecast that I'm using on the air for Saturday and Sunday. However, with that said, I can't rule out maybe a passing shower in one or two spots Saturday or Saturday night, but the chance looks relatively limited. Tough to get precip around here with clippers unless they're really strong, and I just kind of doubt that we're going to see much out of that, but we'll see. Monday looks pretty cold. Now there's the GFS indicating our next possible system moving from the Rockies into the Plain States. This is the upper air chart off the GFS, valid Monday evening. I want you to note how the models have completely flip-flopped, really. This is where the GFS has that potential system. At the same exact time frame, the European has it over here, off the California coast. That's quite a difference. So the European and actually the Canadian as well, much, much slower than the GFS. So the models have kind of reversed positions from yesterday. So let me show you the GFS solution here. It moves that system eastward, still suppresses it off to the south of us, though. There's Tuesday, there's Wednesday. So there's absolutely no modeling as of the time I'm cutting this video, at least to the major models, showing any wintry precip across the southeast Tuesday and Wednesday. Not ready to write off the system just yet, but the trend has not been in the favor of snow fans. I do think this might be a case where the GFS is, again, more correct than the European as of the 0Z run this morning. Haven't seen any of the later runs yet, but we'll see. I'm not ready to take that potential system off the table next week as of yet, but right now I'm leaning more toward the cold and dry scenario next week. And it could be quite cold, maybe some low 40s in some Piedmont spots for highs. Maybe some teens for lows in there if that suppressed idea does indeed occur. We'll see. All right, that's it for today. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and God bless.